afternoon. Uh, so I think someone was saying, towards when we were having our tea break, that that I feel nervous, and I think everyone feels so. I think it's important for me to really recollect my memories because when I passed out of this same college in 2003, and I'm really under a lot of pressure because of Radhi ma'am hai, Rampal sir hai, बहुत डांट खाई है इनसे मैंने. I think Sandeep Ole was sharing regarding that AI कि code debug करना है and all that. So I really remember that हमें भी code दिया जाता था कि ये dry run करो paper के ऊपर. It was that kind of culture, and I really feel elated that because of that stuff I was able to actually proceed in my career. So I think I will touch on the very important topic because this gaming has really evolved over the last 6 to 7 years, if I say. How many people have played Ludo? Okay. How many people still play Ludo? Okay, same number. How many people play Snakes and Ladders? Come bola. Okay, so I have a good audience who knows what gaming is. It is just that the gaming has actually proceeded from just board games to the mobile, PC, and console, right? So this is what gaming is all about. So I know काफी pressing topic होता है कि what after college. So I really want to go back to that same point again and again, so that you guys should feel rest assured that you are in the right hand, because I studied from this college and I know what kind of faculty you guys are with. But open to questions. I will probably have more questions towards the end. I'll just quickly do my stuff which I want to share as part of gaming. So we are here to explore all the emerging trends, player behavior, technology, career paths that are shaping the gaming industry. So this is your passion, right? This is your whole area where you can actually touch base that what do you want to do in your careers, right? So the first is game design. So we have all immersive stories. So just recollect how I started. I started by sharing that I have passed out of this college, right? So this gives maybe some people an assurance कि हाँ अगर मनीष कर सकता है तो मैं क्यों नहीं कर सकता, right? Because I have passed through this college only. Second, engineering. Engineering is as part of our course. You no matter you do C, C++ की coding करो या फिर Python की scripts लिखो या फिर PHP की coding करो. But engineering is part of our culture since the very go. चाहे हम civil engineering करें या mechanical engineering करें या computer engineering करें. So this comes as a core, to all of us. Art and audio. Can you just recollect of that ACM banner which is flowing after every presentation? So if you actually see in depth, maybe after this presentation when it opens again, you can see what kind of things it has. It has logo on the right top. It has ACM Day written, and it has a how many people observed that there is some animation also going around? Very less, right? Now observe once I'm done with my presentation and it's actually open again, for another set of speakers. So there is an animation going which flows, and it's a constant animation going through, right? So this is the beauty of art and audio. People who have niche talent of understanding what art and audio does, please have a look at it, because this is one of a very significant career emerging, not just in gaming, it's in the films category where we have all the, now with the advent of AI, Sandeep really, took everything to a different level. So if you actually talk AI, we have got completely AI generated videos, right? But what it has animations, right? And who feeds in the AI? It's us. So if those roots, if those building blocks are not there in AI can't do anything. So we have to actually understand we are the doers of everything, right? That is why Sandeep's last slide, humanization, right? So that will never fade away, right? So that's why it's important to understand that what kind of role we can play, in respective careers. So art and audio becomes the second. Third, data and business analytics, right? So I'll show you some figures. So people who are good at, imagining numbers, जैसे stocks में होता है ना 5% growth चाहिए, 10% growth चाहिए. So this is not just a hypothetical number. This has come after a lot of data of the last 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 years. That if that data, if that growth of that company was like this in the last 5 years, what would the company's growth would be, after 10 years? So that is how it goes, right? So that is data and analytics. Meanwhile, I can tell you for a fact, game design and data and business analytics, whosoever is interested, they are the top players, top salary getters in the industry right now. Game design, I touch base more. What does game design and data and business analytics come, for each one of us to explore? But game design and data and business analytics. Last but not the least, esports and content creation. I don't want to stress too much about it because we know that that Instagram, Facebook, they are actually over flooding with all the content creation, and we all know, right? So you guys know what needs to be researched. When we were at your levels, we never had that, but now you have everything to explore. So I'll not touch base here. Let's go further. This is the question. Which gaming platform will lead in 2025? Is it mobile, PC or console? Any answers? Any takers? How many for console? Okay, maybe a few. PC? Okay, mobile? See, I told you, you guys know everything. So mobile, it's 103 billion. Console is 45.9 billion. And PC is 39.9 billion. Right? So these are some analytics data from Newzoo 2025 reports. It's only freely available report for everyone, so you guys can have a look. But this is just data to support my gaming content. Okay, so mobile, we know all the mobile stuff. Console, we know PS5, Xbox, mostly सब play करते ही होंगे. PC and all. So we know कि आजकल laptops की जगह gaming laptops, is another hardware which is coming. And the reason being that for gaming you need different power altogether, right? चाहे processing power देख लो. I touch base more because when I got into gaming, around 8 years back, I was very new because I wanted to move from a services sector to a product sector because I had enough in services that I know कि clients के साथ कैसे काम करना है, what to be built. There also I was making products. Here also I am making products. But when I make products here, it's like end-to-end products. So we make mostly, Aristocrat is specifically into the casino gambling industry, which we call as Aristocrat Leisure, which operates primarily from Australia and the US, but of course it has segments across the world. When I say London, Vietnam, Ukraine, everywhere, right? Okay, let's go to next. Where are the actual gamers? Can anyone make a guess? So I'll give you a acronyms. Asia, America, Europe, Middle East. Where are the maximum gamers? Can anyone? Asia? क्यों? अमेरिका में तो सबसे ज़्यादा होता होगा? Youth population is in Asia. So he has facts, right? So he knows what he's speaking about. Okay, so I'll not maybe waste. So that's Asia Pacific. It's like, gaming का जो revenue आता है overall, it's like Asia Pacific rules for 87.6 billion USD. That's the revenue which comes out of it. Again, this is from a Newzoo 2025 report. Of course, the only thing which I want to make a point is, it is a signifying factor sharing कि gaming population सबसे ज़्यादा कहाँ पर है. That's what we need to understand. Just don't go directly and quote these numbers. यहाँ 87.6 आता है. So that's immaterial. Point is, where does the actual gaming revenue comes from? Asia Pacific, then it comes North America, Europe, Latin America, and then Middle East and North Africa. So this is the actual trends of the gaming. So you guys are in those Asia regions. So that's a good thing. So now you know that why it is important for us to be a part of this gaming, because if the actual gamers are coming, most of the gamers are coming, we have to give in our minds that what suits our appetite, right? What we want to play, we need to build that content, right? Because we are, coming from a common mass. So that's how we can contribute to this gaming arena. Okay. Paying gamers. Does anyone know? सब freebie content, सबसे पहले Google पे search free games search करते हैं या फिर game search करते हैं? Sometimes, as a joke कहते हैं ना कि एक के साथ एक free है, तो कहते हैं कि free वाला हमें दे दो, actual वाला नहीं चाहिए, right? So that's how we are. I mean, it's not just us, it's across the world, right? So this is the actual, symbolization of the data which comes. It says there are 3.6 billion gamers worldwide in 2025. 44% of gamers, approx, which is 1.6, they actively pay for games, which is a sizable number, but it is less than half, right? Actually less than half. If I remember being in the gaming industry, because I get my free coins through, because I need to test my products before actually making it live. So I get some free coins. But frankly, there was a competition in my office only where we had to compete. I actually bought coins, right? So to be able to, play those social virtualization coins. So I was also a part of the payers community. But the key thing is that only less than half people actually pay for games. That's how industry is. I'll come back to why it is very, very important. Not to say that कि भाई क्यों पे क्यों नहीं करते हो, but it's important to understand that even free people make a sizable population for the overall gaming community. And 20% of the gamers are actually classified as heavy spenders. They are actually heavy spenders. I'll give you some facts towards the end because I have seen myself by playing, amidst the gamblers, amidst the gamblers in America, amidst the gamblers in Australia, that how people are heavily actually, spending money out there. Of course, there are big gamblers, but yeah, there are constant pairs as well. Supposedly, for an example, that, आज मुझे movie देखने जाना है, right? So it's like easily a movie ticket 600 to 700, and you spend for popcorns and everything 1500, right? So what people normally do abroad as well, so they spend the same amount of money while playing games, actual casino games. In the meantime, they get entertained as well, and in the casinos they have free beers and stuff as well, free drinks. So basically, they compensate that they also get entertained in that way, right? So, but at the end of the day, 20% of gamers are actually classified as heavy spenders. Most gamers prefer free-to-play games. I don't need to share more insight because if I ask that question to you, which I asked already, you know that we actually, चाहे वो images download हो, चाहे वो animations download हो, we say free to download software, free to download games, free to download everything. So this is how the opportunities in business and marketing careers are actually coming up in gaming. Spending patterns. So I just wanted to share some data so that you have context why gaming is important and what part we can play as part of gaming industry. So paying gamers spend an average of $120 annually worldwide. Very small amount. But imagine there are millions of players contributing. That if millions of players are actually contributing $120, you can imagine what kind of wealth is getting generated. North American gamers lead with about $325 spent per year. So there was a question that सबसे ज़्यादा gamers कहाँ पर हैं? Asia Pacific. But सबसे ज़्यादा pay कहाँ पर करते हैं? On an average, it's $325 spent per year, which is the North American gamers. European gamers, roughly 2.6 times less than North American, because North American leads the charts, in terms of pairs. Player communities and content, I don't want to touch base more insights into this because we know, even in games right now, चाहे आप PUBG देख लो, Counter Strike देख लो, because I belong to a casino industry, but I know that PUBG, Counter Strike, uh, uh, Candy Crush, these are the games which have drive a lot of attention from people because they are very, very engaging. It suits some people who are very, mild, they just want to enjoy, spend some more time, they play Candy Crush, which the people who really want to have more thrills and everything, they actually go for, PUBG and Counter-Strike, who like fighting and everything, they actually go for PUBG and Counter-Strike as well. But there is a very, very big community actually building in the management of casino or even normal games as well. I'll give you some examples later. But please, after this session, please just go through and because I don't know how much people were interested before coming to this session. I don't know how much people will be interested. But please do a research, how gaming is actually coming up in the industry. And we should not miss this opportunity because there is a lot to offer overall in gaming. Which emerging technology will transform gaming? You have anything? AI, VR? Sorry? AI, not VR? Have you gone through, आजकल बहुत malls के बाहर वो VR का stuff लगा होता है. Has anyone tried it? What was the experience? I remember I went to a college in Gurgaon where I was, just guiding students, and they showed me a VR stuff, and I was like, I was about to just fall down because it was so immersive. It's not that easy. So that is why VR did come up. No quote unquote, but still AI is being still marked as a major contributor in terms of technology when it comes to gaming. I think Sandeep has already talked about generative AI, which has actually set the tone. But yes, AI is we can't ignore AI. That's most important. We can't get addicted to AI, but we can't ignore AI. Right? Okay. So we know AI powers about 20% of Steam games, highlighting its expanding impact. Cloud gaming platforms are emerging, where we can say that Amazon Cloud, Google Cloud, they're all coming into picture, right? Subscription-based game models continue to rise, shaping new revenue streams. So there are a lot of subscription-based, right? That I say that, I give $20 to get some coins. These are all subscription models which are actually coming up. So these are very, very important to understand. And industry prioritizes anti-cheat technology and player safety as crucial career domains. So people who are in cybersecurity, people who want to be involved in responsible gaming. I'll give you an example for a responsible gaming, which is actually coming up in our casino industry. So when we actually normally play with our hard-earned money and we win, supposedly I bet for $1 and I get $20, right? There is a huge subconscious mind saying that please or kilo, right? But what now companies are doing, and in fact regulations are coming up, that we have to give a responsible gaming dimension to all the gamers. So all that winning amount goes in a different bank altogether, right? Which is a separate bank to what you are currently playing. And when you are exhausted with your current limit, the software will ask, do you really want to get that winning amount and put it into your actual game currency? If you say yes, it will help you move forward. So that is how responsible gaming is coming into picture, right? It should not give you false promises that you will win. At the end of the day, it's all probability that's happening in the casino industry. Okay, this is your important stuff, which I will probably put maybe 5 to 7 minutes open to questions. Game design. Create engaging gameplay and immersive experiences. So, being a human, we have a brain, right? And we have all the other body parts. Who gives all the signals? Brain. Everyone agrees? So for all the games, game design, whosoever is in the game design, it's actually the brain of the game. That is the reason game design people who are actually in the game design, who create that innovation experiences, they are highly paid in the industry. Highly praised, highly acknowledged, highly paid. Reason being same. if a game gets successful, you will have multiple variations of that same game, for years and years to come, right? So what all industry needs is one game. Candy Crush has been a super, quick example, right? Since the day of Candy Crush and even Subway Surfers as well, right? So we have multiple variations of, earlier it was just a plain vanilla version of Subway Surfer. Now you see Subway Surfers going to Asia, Europe, America, with different art backgrounds. So that is how a good game can actually help with the revenues. So there we need to be very, very innovative. Second is technical engineering. So, sorry, for game design, there is a people who are good in maths, irrespective of whatever course you are. Either it's computer science, commerce, arts, some people take maths. So people who are good in probabilities and combinations, who are very thorough, very, very thorough means very, very thorough, they have a good chance of breaking in, in the gaming field. So people who really want to make career in gaming as a game design, they start as a game mathematician, right? So, मैं रंजीम आपसे भी बात ही कर रहा था कि lot of people come in the interviews with कि हाँ हमने आंसर निकाल दिया है, and I tell them, see आंसर तो हम निकाल ही लेंगे because we have leads, we have architects, we'll get the right answer anyway. What I want to know from you is what approach you are taking, right? So in probability, just for an example, we have or कर लो and कर लो, एक दूसरी approach है 1 minus complement कर लो, right? So these are different approaches. So you guys need to be ready with those approaches in mind. As an interviewer, what I look for is, I look for that people speak their mind when giving their interviews. Because we have got certain people who use हमसे तो बात कर रहे हैं लेकिन वो AI से पूछ रहे हैं इसका आंसर क्या है. Easily got, very easily got. The problem is, easily got तो चाहे हम आपको उस समय नहीं बताएंगे, but HR will tell that you are not selected. But you will not understand that what harm you are doing to yourselves. Because in all interviews, you will again have that same, disadvantage because you have never applied your minds. So please, whatever questions you have, even the smallest, मैं even simple बोलता हूँ एक dice toss करती है, हाँ, उसका आंसर क्या होगा if I want to have a 6 in that dice, and then I take that question to a different level. So I have 3 dices in one side, 2 dices in another, and 4 dices in another. Give me the answer now. So people they are not able to answer because they haven't applied their minds. So what we should refrain is using AI for those type of answer. AI will give you an answer. It might be correct or incorrect. That's another story. But what it will prevent you from is actually applying your brains for that particular question. So please understand that nowadays people have become, like you guys have become intelligent, interviewers have also become intelligent. They know what to ask, where to catch people. So earlier होता था कि कितना सही करा है, nowadays कितना गलत करा है. Because competition बहुत ज़्यादा है. I give a written test to people. There are 7 people, who have answered 70% correctly. There are, 8 people who have answered 50%, and there are 10 people who have answered incorrect 40%. So we interview everyone. It's just a written test is just giving a direction that where the person is going. But actually, when we take a technical interview, in person, we understand that what approach the person is taking. If the person is thorough with the exact steps, that person might still go through. Of course, getting a correct answer is any time of the world I would go with that person. But for me, approach also becomes very important. And this is how generally, organizations are getting the candidates interviewed as well. So please, जो भी आप कोड करते हो, चाहे वो 4 लाइन का कोड हो, चाहे वो 10 लाइन का कोड हो, please do a thorough analysis. ठीक है, आप कॉलेज पास आउट कर लोगे, marks be 70, 80, whatever percentage you want to endeavor. But when you go to a corporate world, these are the highly sought things after, right? So for corporate to sit, maybe 60% minimum होगा, 70% minimum होगा. But उसके बाद, it's not just the test or your marks. It's about the approach which you actually take. So that is, I say, practically debug करना is very, very important. So I talked about permutations, combinations. So same permutation and combination, we write in the Excel, but we actually verify through the code, right? So code can be in C, C++ or Python, but we want that technical expertise in the gaming world. Technical engineering, still C, C++, TypeScript, JavaScript, Python, PHP, they're all there. They're all there in different chunks. Even Unity is coming up because Unity is more of a platform, right? Unity is coming up. But technical engineering is also actually applied in gaming. Art and audio, I've already talked about art, illustration, animation, because I have a team which works, so I have art illustration people, I have animation people, I have sound designers with me, I have game mathematicians with me, I have technical people, both software and the finally people who actually integrate, and then we have test. So I have all the functions because that is what is required to make a game. And then we have a product owner as well, who is the brainchild, कि game क्या बनानी है, या product क्या बनाना है. So this has everything which we actually need. Data analytics, we have already talked about charts. So earlier I showed you 2 or 3 charts. So that is the power of data analytics. Anyone using Power BI here? No? Please start using it. Whatever data you have, just it's a very simple tool to do. Just have that Excel, put it into Power BI, it will generate reports for you. It's something like kuch magic ho gaya. It's not magic, it's just that you have a tool, you need to understand and you do utilize that tool. Community and e-sport rules. Community is actually building up research on the internet regarding the community. Reflect on your strengths and interests to carve a fulfilling path. I want to just focus, just give 2 minutes here. For me, because it's an industry day, you all would be graduating soon. Some people will go for further education, some people will go to industry. There are 2 things which are important as per me. People might have different opinions. There is a skill and there is a will, right? Skill is like कि आपको आता है, right? And will is a multi-dimensional thing, right? I don't know how you guys do it. If you do it individually, please start doing within your teams, as a team. In the organizations, teamwork is most crucial. No one alone can build a product. Please understand that. If you really want to bring and come up as a good individual in the corporate sector, start working in teams. Even if that person you feel, "Arey, iske saath kya kaam karenge?" That doesn't matter. Important is that please work as a team. That's very important. You will understand that what are the person's disadvantages, and you would understand your disadvantages as well. That will help you grow. So that experience. I don't know if you guys have hackathons, something like that, but hackathons actually help promote that team building culture. Unless you work in teams, some way or the other, you will get a negative feedback. Hey guys, please, आप अपना काम तो कर लेते हो, but आप किसी और के साथ जब काम करते हो, then it becomes a problem, right? Because product एक बंदे से नहीं बनता. You might have great individual performances, but that alone will not have a great individual product. So please understand, skill and will are 2 most important, at least for me. You might have people have different dimensions, but it's very important. Actually, I already talked about it in my previous. I just don't want to go further into this. Launching your gaming career, whosoever is interested. So there are a lot of game jams happening to accelerate your learning and experience. Search the internet, you will find a lot of communities where you can actually explore it. आप ChatGPT से बोलो, जैसे presentation I've used AI, right? So there is a presentation.ai that is of course a paid version, but that gives you immersive presentation because I wanted to focus on content. So I gave some prompts, got my content and told if this is my content, please make some visual presentation that is more appealing. Highlight measurable product outcomes to showcase your impact and always talk about what you are doing, not just keep it to yourself. Because the more and more you talk to your seniors, juniors, the more your mind will expand. That is very important before you actually step into the corporate world. Master essential tools like scripting languages and version control. AI will never do some stuff. You might take AI's help in converting a code from a C, C++ to a different language. But actual code, please do it yourself. Have a control of one of the 2 scripting languages which are actually used right now. network activity like what you're doing right now, discuss, talk, with people, and combine skill building with networking to boost. I've already talked about team building, very, very important. That's it for me. Any questions from anyone else on the gaming stuff?
So, sir, आपने बताया कि gaming industry में आप हो. So, like, there are so many cracked version of the paid games like GTA 5, Call of Duty, and all the other games. So, and 70 to 90% of the gamers fail to emerge as a gamer. So, in this era, like, if we build a new game, how can we make it feel like, how can we exist in this gaming industry? According to you.
So you are asking as a player or you are asking as an industry cover?
Industry.
I'll give you an example. In the casino industry, what happened long time back, so we already had a hardware and software both built together because we shipped both the hardware and software together. So a player was playing and he was winning big. I mean, कई बार लक चलता है तो चलता ही रहता है. So people don't want to, actually move out of, their scene. And he moved out because he wanted to, have some drinks and everything. He moved out. And when he came back, I'm just paraphrasing, when he came back, कोई दिन नहीं आनी शुरू हुई. So that एक वो subconscious level पर होता है कि हाँ मेरा लक पहले चल रहा था, मैं उठ गया तो मेरा इंडिया के मैच में होता है ना कि जहाँ बैठे हो वहीं बैठे रहोगे, है ना? So that kind of thing. There are a lot of superstitions which happen, everywhere. So one person came with a solution to this. He said that I will put a button on the casino machine which says tap to get a drink onto your machine, right? So what was that? कुछ magic तो हुआ नहीं. One person thought कि मुझे नहीं उठना. He said मुझे एक छोटा सा बटन बनाना है, which will give a signal to the control room and say कि मुझे ड्रिंक मेरी सीट के ऊपर ही चाहिए. So that was an innovative experience. Did actually change the industry, big time, because that was a very, very small button to have. But to think to that level, you guys can decide that what actually you want as a player. Because nowadays, when we even interview, we say कि ये board game है. आप इस board game को और engaging बनाओ. So that players, जैसे snakes and ladders है. Snakes and ladders में क्या होता है कि कुछ टाइम के बाद में स्नेक आता है आपको बिल्कुल नीचे ले जाता है. बट स्नेक्स एंड लैडर्स में ये कभी नहीं होता कि पर्सन को इंसेंटिवाइज किया जाता है, राइट? इफ यू एक्चुअली वांट टू मेक अ ऑनलाइन गेम, सो यू कैन बिल्ड अपॉन दोस गेम्स. द ओनली थिंग इज व्हाट यू वांट एज अ प्लेयर. आई कांट गिव यू अ वेरी स्पेसिफिक आंसर. अ जनरलाइज्ड आंसर इज दैट प्ले लॉट ऑफ गेम्स टू गेट एक्सपीरियंस. बिकॉज़ जनरली व्हाट वी डू, हमने एक दो गेम्स खेली और हमें किसी ने बोला कि नई गेम बनानी है एंड वी जंप ऑन टू मेकिंग गेम्स. दैट विल नॉट हेल्प. So we still, because I generally we supply almost 100 million, we generate revenue. Just my home studio, 100 million, over the year by year we obviously increase. But still we are encouraged to play games. As much games as possible to be able to actually give that experience to players. That what can players feel engaged.
Thank you, sir.
Start developing games which starts coming from India.
Okay. Good question. I was not prepared for this. Okay, so first question, that is more to do with legal. And I personally know a lot of people who got impacted because of that, because we come from gaming, though not directly, because we supply games, but we supply to a aggregator an aggregator just publishes games. But while this coming in, because there was a lot of skill-based games also which got impacted because government said no. So we don't have any control over that. Specifically when obviously we do obey the Indian laws. It's not just India. If you actually look into the Australia market is also actually putting a lot of regulations in place. And the key reason is they want to protect players only. Because problem why gaming is happening is that there is no control, right? While if you talk about US is still a little more flexy, because on the Las Vegas Strip, you will see that a lot of casinos, they are like you just can't count. There are so many. We have to live by regulations. The only thing is, while designing a game, please ensure that you don't bluff players. Important thing is that the moment the bluffing starts, the moment you start creating content which is like keep players to bus, just to get some more players in a game, that will not help. That is where regulations come in place. So actually that is good that regulations are coming in place. I would say that. Second, if I understand correctly, that why we are not able to make games within India or within Asia? Within India. I don't know, this is the first gaming session which I am attending, where people actually want to know about gaming. Maybe I express that I come from a gaming field, that is why. But this thing has to come from you guys. Because gaming as a whole has always existed and will continue to exist. The only thing is that all the immersive experiences, like VR also came. It's maybe not in that lot of numbers you would find VR games, but VR still exists, right? You go to any, I went to Udaipur just a while back. In all this, everywhere you will find some VR games there. So gaming will exist. The only thing is, we as an country, India, we are not exposed or not taking up gaming that seriously. That's what I can think. This is my own perception again. There are no studies, but I feel that gaming as a whole, we haven't put a lot of attention to that. Because maybe we think कि वो gaming वाला niche हमारे में नहीं है, but that is not the case. Now when I see my organization, because my organization in India started, it has already been 15 years now. But there are a lot of companies that have actually come up in the last 5 or 6 years because of that gaming boom, which has actually happened, Australia, US, London, everywhere. But it's actually going on to increase and increase. How much you want to take a part of it? All of you. I don't know if I have answered it appropriately as you wanted, but this is what my... Yes, please. Ninth the student you are, so you make it.
So sir, I had a question. In my second year, I started taking sessions regarding game development for first years. So in that session, I taught them about Godot Game Engine, Unity Game Engine, and how to develop real games. But the main problem was that they couldn't find the right asset, the right game design asset, because we were developers, we were learning game development, and we didn't have any idea about illustrations and how to create animations, frame by frame, and that would take a lot of effort. So I thought, is there any AI tool that can work upon it and provide us game asset? But I found none. But yes, there are some softwares. I tried them, but none of them could give us the game assets that we want. So, as a developer though, if we are teaching students about game development, so how can we get free game assets or original game assets if we are building games, or how can we business community? The main issue is just that we can't find the right game assets or free game assets to provide students.
Okay. One direct answer, please don't take free assets. Please, I'm telling you. We had so we make real characters, right? So there was a king, he had that beard, eyes, the earrings, and we had that crown. And we went back to legal and showed that this is our character which we have got. The legal came back with that beard is matching with the beard of already approved game which is in the market. If that stuff would have gone without the legal approval, we would have been sued. And when I tell you as we are being sued, it's like not 100, thousand, it's millions of dollars. So don't take any image. Just if you want to build, just take the placeholders, right? So Adobe Stock is one, Adobe Firefly is one. Maybe you get some free images. But again, as Sandeep already stated, please write in the disclaimer that you are using assets from Adobe Stock. Even Shutterstock, if you have a paid account, they give you a lot of free assets to use. But always have a disclaimer. But when you, because I think you asked one question beforehand as well, you probably want to go that entrepreneur way, right? Maybe want to make your own apps. Make sure that you have paid versions with you to get the actual assets. And once you are building a product which is actually in production live, it has to be authentic, made by you only. It has to be, it is very, very important because that's why we in our organization don't use AI to that level. We are starting to use maybe in the design level just to get a frame or something, but when it comes to actual production, where we have all the colors, fonts and everything, it's still a big no because we have to go through legal. You can teach, but have placeholder assets.
I guess you guys can ask your further questions in lunch. Let's proceed with other speaker sessions.
I'm
So is
available
that
for
fine?
some time. Yeah, I'm available.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
much.